The Sex Offender Registry, it's information that's available on the internet for free. But add GPS and smartphones to the mix, and now you have a top-selling iPhone application. KITV4's Catherine Cruz shows us how combining the two is making it easier than ever to track sex offenders.
Well, Paula, the idea is appealing to some. Not everyone has an iPhone, but somehow sex offender data repackaged for convenience is piquing interest.
Lots of children at this Manoa Park on this evening. Very few of their parents we talked to had heard of the mobile application, but go to any neighborhood and what maps out on the iPhone, but addresses where sex offenders live and work along with their pictures.
You might see a mom using it and say, hey, what's that? Oh, it's the sex offender application. I use it every time I drop off my kids at someone's house that I've never been to before. You know, and I could see it traveling as word of mouth.
This Manoa mother of two says she'd like to be armed with the information.
And I would know that these sex offenders are out there and we can't get away from them, but it would at least give me some information as to what they look like and what crimes they have done.
If you have a computer, you can access the data on the state's sex offender registry by plugging in your zip code.
And I did check out the neighborhood where we live, and I did notice there were quite a few sex offenders in the valley.
Did it surprise you?
Yes, it did.
This father has a 12-year-old daughter to worry about.
It's a different time that we're growing up in, and where when I used to grow up, you know, we used to go down to the park right on our bike and so forth, and now, you know, I wouldn't dare let my daughter walk down our street and so forth. And there's always a concern.
But still, he has reservations about the download.
I'm not sure if I would download it myself, just that it kind of preys on fear.
And that was a sentiment echoed by this father as well.
It's going to add to the already overblown fear that is present in our culture at large about other people and possible dangers. I think clearly one should be on guard against possible predatory activity, but at the same time, previous sex offenders clearly can reform themselves.
While he's very protective of his 2.5-year-old son, the sex offender list just doesn't sit well with him.
I don't think it's a productive application, and the fact that they charge money for this information too.
And while Peter Kay can pull out his laptop and access the state's sex offender registry for free, he is all for the free market system.
If you do allow people to profit from the registry, what is that going to do? That's going to incent application developers to come out with even better applications that are using that data.
The iPhone app offers a free download with a limit on 10 names. You pay a fee if you want more.
If you're looking for iPhone applications, you definitely want to try out and exhaust all the free ones first.
But paid or unpaid, for some parents, there just is no substitute for supervision.
The best thing you can do is keep an eye on your kid as much as you can.
Now, one thing to keep in mind with the registry is how often the sex offender list is updated. It may vary from state to state. Catherine Cruz, KITV4 News.
All right, thank you, Catherine. And for links to Hawaii Sex Offender Registry, you can go to the As Seen on KITV section of our website, kitv.com.